Hello guys, what's up? This is Sher talking, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about the metal exchange booth. We got some new stuff on it because we also got new ways to get more metals to exchange for new stuff. The game didn't even tell us about this stuff, so we have to talk about it on this video. Well, with the new Valhalla Assault, we got a lot of the contribution rewards was changed for giving us new metals so we can get this new stuff on shop. When you click here on total contribution, you will see that there was a lot of tiers that were giving us these metals. You can see here very close to the end, it's giving us 5 by reaching 1,009,900,000. So what the thing is, these new items from here are that were added are talismans, and a lot of people were asking me what they should be doing with their talismans, so this is why I'm doing this video. So some people don't even know what the talismans are used for, and we were talking about it right now. The talismans are a type of item that can be used in place of artifacts for some specific characters. What are these characters? Story characters and collaboration characters, because you can summon collaboration characters after the event is ended. So this is the only way for you to increase their number of attacks. And there are some summon and divine weapon banners that also give you some talismans, so there's another way to get besides this event, but this is the first time that they are giving it for free, and you can just simply farming all 4 of them. It's very interesting to do this because there's some good characters that can be used for these items, and the story characters are not so good right now for us to use them. They don't have access to their orbs. On the Japanese version, there are orbs for story characters, but we never we got a single chance to get an item to give their orbs. But right now, anyone new starting players can get their orbs, so they are way weaker when compared to gacha characters and even collab characters. So what I'll be doing right now is just to purchase these 4 items here. I'll purchase this 4 talisman and tell you where I'll be using them. So the true story is that if you summon it for collaboration characters that were premium characters, what were they? Edward, Alphonse, there was the Danmachi characters, there were the Bravely Default characters, there was even Scholar Mistina is considered a collab character. These characters, by being premium, they are the best choice for you to use these talismans. But actually, there are some free characters that came from collaborations and other things that are also very worth to use, and we were talking about it right now. Well, so now let's just discuss what's the better option to use these talismans. Let's just start with the staff one because it's the hardest to decide, simply because we have quite a lot of good staff users that came from collaboration or are from story. We do have a Imo, but Aimo doesn't really get too much benefit from it. I don't recommend her. We have Renvald. Renvald is a story character, doesn't do damage because he's very weak on status and doesn't have many passives that increase damage. But his role is to inflict status ailments, and Prismatic Missile is a pretty awesome magic to be used. It inflicts any type of status ailments. But the problem is getting 1 more attack with Renvald, we only bring him to 1 more Lightning Bolts. Lightning Bolt can only inflict Paralyze, but you can still inflict other status ailments if you get Chaos Field maxed, and also you will be equipping sub-weapons that inflict status ailments. Just like some weapons that we have here, like Blaine. Let me search for Blaine. Here. Blaine inflicts blind, and then his lightning bolt will also be able to inflict blind. So that's for Renvald. The other characters that we can upgrade the number of attacks are Killing. Killing is very good as well. Let me just search for my Killing. Here, Killing has a very nice attack because it gives a lot of Purification Gauge, and you'll be getting Thunder Flash Hail. That is very good. Electronic Implosion is even better, but you will have to find another way to increase this to get 5 attacks. Actually, Killing is very good to be upgraded to max, but unfortunately she doesn't bring much damage to the table like another character and another option that we'll be talking now. She is a Lightning Mage, and we have the other option being a Lightning Mage as well, and it's Tyro. Tyro doesn't bring too much Purification Gauge, but he is pretty massive, a magic tank, and a regular damage dealer that it's way better than Killing, at least on that. and he's very easy to use as well. Killing is that even easier because all of her attacks are already from lightning element, so she can use it any staff that she wants. It's preferred to be lightning, but she can use others. And this guy still prefer a lightning element staff. He has very good multipliers, a lot of good hits, and very easy to use. Also very good to use that mission that you have to keep an enemy on mid-air for 10 seconds. Very good character for this type of stuff. And also he has one very good number of passives that also increase resistance to status ailments. Very nice. And he draws enemy attacks, can be used as a tank if you manage to get all of his defense to high. I will probably be using this on Tyro, it's my option, but I wouldn't mind increasing killing. And we have the last option, and the last option is Norn. I don't recommend Norn, but Norn can be used in the future with some special combinations, but she doesn't bring damage to the table. But she can be very, very strong if you manage to get her defense max, but it's a very, very long-term investment only to get more Purification Gauge with your older character. She is to be used on the last slot, just increasing the Purification Gauge, so your main character, main damage dealer, will be dealing more damage. I don't recommend her, but she's an option too. And then, first of all, before we talk about these other options, I have to talk that we had collaboration characters that were premium characters, like Hestia was a mage as well. She's pretty strong, she's still relevant if you want to use her as support, just not for damage, and she's also a good option to have. But she doesn't really need more attacks, actually, because her special is her Purify attack. And then talking about all the mages, there's also Scholar Mistina. Scholar Mistina is considered a collaboration character, even if it's Mistina. She's using a Final Fantasy Record Keeper costume, so she's a special character. You can also use with her, she's the highest damage dealer of all the options we said, but Tyro is very close, and Tyro can be used as a tank as well. His role will stay in the game for more time than Mistina. And let's talk about the other weapons. We have to talk about Rine. Rine is the option for the bow Talisman. We have Rine, and we also have the other bow user that it's from Star Ocean 3, from Star Ocean 4, sorry. I forget her name, but not many people summon it for her. And she's not as strong. She can be used for more time. Rine is better than her, and both characters actually have easy going. Very interesting for this type of stuff. But it's very easy to decide here. I prefer to use it with Rine, this bow Talisman. Now let's have to talk about this Sword Talisman, and the Sword Talisman is a little harder to decide because we have the Bravely Default characters. They were Sword users. You can get any of them if you have. They are the best options for you to invest. But if you don't have them, you can use this Sword Talisman with... you also have Edward from Fullmetal Alchemist, and also Ace from the Machi event. But from the free perspective, if you have Sword Fighter Cabo, that came from the Halloween event, let me search for Sword Fighter Cabo. Here, Sword Fighter Cabo is actually a very impressive character. He will also get a buff in the future, be based on the Japanese version, and he can inflict status ailments with his attacks. Very similar to Renvald. He also has Child's Disaster, has less chances to inflict, but still some chances, that very rarely inflicts a status ailment when attacking with a normal attack. So the attacks will be these ones here, and the problem with this character is that he's multi-elemental, way too many elements. You see there's 3 elements, but if you're using for trying to inflict status ailments and using it like the Chevalt Light Wielder on your squad for super fights, this could be useful. We have a lot of videos on the Japanese version that people still use this character for Chevalt Light Wielder and trying to inflict status ailment on bosses, so this is a good option as well. The last talisman is the Great Sword Talisman, and this one is actually very hard to decide because we didn't have many Great Sword users. We got the Fullmetal Alchemist character, Alf. Alphonse is very outdated right now. I don't remember many other Great Sword users that we got in this game. We probably will have more in the future, so you can keep that, or you could just use it for Klaus. This comes as a suggestion from Fring, from Discord. Finn. He suggested using it on Klaus. I do agree with him because if you are still using your claws, you can go on Potential Force and use his Talisman to get more defense or more mag defense. So you either have to decide this path or this other one. Damage will be very ridiculous with claws because claws don't even do damage, but it's an option to use it, and it's not exactly recommended, but it's not a bad use of it. Okay, so I think these are my recommendations. You guys have to decide on the other things. You can still save all of these talismans, hoping for collaborations in the future, but sadly I don't know how many of them we'll have. We still have Bayonetta on the Japanese version. She's a pretty awesome character. I think she's a bow user, I'm not so sure. I don't know her weapon type. We'll talk about this later. But it may be very, very far in the future. The only collaboration I think that will maybe come in the slow term is 2B from Nier. I think she will come to us in maybe 2 months if Square Enix is still trying to do collaborations with this game. Okay, so that's it guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. You can help the channel by using the links on the description by either Patreon or PayPal, so please do if you can. We see each other on the next video. Bye.